Hi, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Stassi. Thank you so much for being here today. I hope everybody enjoyed the premiere last week. Oh my goodness. It's so exciting to be back. And I'm so excited to have JeyJeyBink here today. Hi.
Hello, JeyJeyBink.
JeyJeyBink. Sorry. Hi.
But that's like where it originated from, JeyJeyBink, so that's fine.
JeyJeyBink. Welcome to the club. I called Koki Cookie for 2 years until somebody corrected me. And I asked her, I'm like, why did you correct me? She
Wait,
said,
you said that Cookie was Koki?
I
So
called Cookie,
yeah.
so Koki creator. I called her
Oh,
Cookie. I called her
okay,
Cookie for years, like 2 years. I called her
okay.
Cookie,
But
and
it's funny because you see the names, but you don't really say it out loud. Do you know what I mean? So it's kind of like I've never said, yeah, Koki like out loud either. And I'm like, wait, what? So there we go. I
there
get
we
it.
go.
I get it. Yeah.
Well, I need to do a reintroduction. I have JeyJeyBink here. Hi.
Yes. Hi.
Hi. Welcome.
Thank you.
I'm so excited to get to interview you today. Why don't
Happy
you
to be
tell
here.
us a little
Mhm.
bit about yourself and your Sims history?
Well, yeah, basically I am a Sims 4 builder, and that's my niche. And like, you don't really see me doing gameplay, even though like my community try to make me do it, but I'm just like, nah, not my thing. But you may have seen me from such films as TikTok and doing like Disney castles or like shows, sets, and things like that. And that's something that I've recently kind of popped off with, really. And because I'm basically, we were discussing before, I'm a Disney adult. And you know what? I'm not ashamed, okay? And I decided, you know what, I'm gonna just um well, basically I started when it was during COVID, as well as all of us had. And then I was like, I saw people doing little tips on TikTok, and I was like, I want to do this too. Like, I've always watched YouTube growing up and things like that. And I'm like, I want to be in front of camera too. So I started doing little tips, and then that like kicked off on TikTok very fast, and I was like, "Oh, okay, there's a little market here." At first, it started off as a hobby, and then I had my son about like, it was 18 months now, 18 months ago, and then I tried to get back into the workforce and I couldn't do it. And then my husband's like, "Just do this full time, just make Sims content and stream." So I stream on TikTok live 3 days a week. So I'm a full-time mum and a full-time simmer, which is crazy. That's what I do for a job, which is wild. And I just build on TikTok live 3 days a week. I used to stream on Twitch for a bit, but then I decided, nah, TikTok is better. Um, there's a lot of, I could go on about that. And then yeah, so I've been doing lots of like builds on there of like, last time I was doing a tiny Pixar world or a tiny Disney world, and then right now I'm building the Beetlejuice kind of like house as well, like the mansion, well, not really a mansion, but you know what I mean. So there's a lot of kind of cool kind of pop culture things that I build, and people kind of like it because it, triggers nostalgia, triggers like familiarity and stuff like that. So it's kind of like, that's what I kind of do. So piggyback off that. And yeah, that's I think a bit of a random just kind of description of what I am.
I love that.
I do. Yeah.
I feel like I know you. I feel we've
Yeah.
only been talking. I've only met you for 14 minutes now, but I feel like I know your entire life story.
Oh, good. All right. Well done. It's been great.
It's been great, guys. Shortest podcast
See ya.
ever. So question for you. So
Yes.
I'm a huge Beetlejuice girl. Like I'm a Beetlejuice girly.
Yeah.
I'm very excited to see Beetlejuice. As this is
Yes.
being filmed, I have not seen it. Please note this is the top of September. So
Yes.
it's just come out. Like literally
Yes.
yesterday, it's just come out.
Yes. Yeah. I haven't seen
Have
it.
you haven't seen it? Okay.
No.
I'm going to see it in a couple weeks. I'm really, really excited. Now, I saw your TikTok that you want to build the town that Beetlejuice had built.
On the
How,
table. Yep.
how are you going to do that? I'm just curious.
Well, funnily, like I had an idea in mind because I use like tool mod by Twisted Mexi. So like that's my saving grace. So like, Twisted Mexi, if you're watching this, thank you so much. I mean, seriously,
I
sorry,
wish
like,
I knew her. Do you know her? Do you know them?
no, I don't
No.
know. I don't know them like personally or anything like that. I just yeah, if I didn't like they're just a bloody godsend, aren't they? They're just
They
so
are.
good at seriously. But no, I was thinking of using a bit of tool mod, a lot of debug houses and just kind of shrinking them down onto the table. I don't know how small I can get the houses, but there was when I was streaming it like two nights ago, someone came on my stream and they said there's actually a table in Cats and Dogs that has like Brindleton Bay, like the miniature version on a table already. And I'm like, what? So I went and searched it. I was like, oh my God. So that's why I love about streaming is because people kind of help me out. They're just like, oh, this is what I'm like, I'm trying to find this thing. Like what? And they're like, oh, it's this. And they tell you the name of it. And I found it. So there's already a little town on a table. So I'm a little bit like, sweet. I'm like, well, that's done solution. But a part of me is like, I don't really want to be lazy like that. I kind of want to like try to hack it and do it myself as well. So I think that's what I was kind of thinking of because yeah, I also use Better Build by Twisted Maxi as well, which helps me to like filter through debug and live edit and stuff like that. So I can like get those little houses and stuff like that. So because when I built Mount Olympus from Hercules and I did like the heavens up the top, obviously Mount Olympus, and then like down the bottom I did like a little village, but like I just shrunk down like debug houses. So it kind of had that weird perspective, like but they're just mini little houses, but it gives you that kind of weird perspective vibe. But I kind of I love debug and live edit. That's what just kind of helps. That gives you the flexibility, I reckon. So that's how I thought I'd do it. I might try.
I like that. I like the creativity. Please, once it's done, please share a photo with me because I'm very intrigued when I saw that. I was like, huh,
Yeah, yeah.
I
I'll
think that's
show a
very
video.
show a video, very,
Oh,
very creative, but I love
absolutely.
Beetlejuice. I'm very excited to see
Yeah.
Beetlejuice at one time. Now, being a Disney adult, as I am also a
Yeah.
Disney adult, who is your favorite Disney character?
Oh man. Ratatouille. Well, that's Pixar, but I guess that's Disney too.
I'm fine with either. Like it's like let's not pretend like there's no blurred line anymore between Pixar and Disney.
Yeah, yeah, right. Same. Like I think Ratatouille is just like my comfort film. Like I love like I love Remy the rat. I feel I just like I connect with him. Not that I can cook or anything like that, but I just love that film. You know, it just those are one of the films that I just put on when I'm feeling really sick or like if I have a cold and I can't sleep at nighttime and I don't want to disrupt my husband and like because I'm coughing and stuff, I'll go downstairs and turn the TV on like literally at like a one, the volume's at one, and I know exactly what they're saying and I don't even need to hear it. I know what's going on, you know, like but Ratatouille is like one of my favorite, like it's just my number one, I reckon. What about you?
Good question. So I also love Ratatouille. It's not my favorite, but it's up
Yeah.
there. As a chef, it definitely was a movie that I always inspired me to be a chef. Once I saw it,
Ah.
I love it. But my favorite Disney movie, I have tiers. I have live action and I have animated. So
Oh.
my favorite animated is Mulan, without a doubt.
My God,
I love
yes.
Mulan.
Yep.
It was actually the first movie I ever saw in theaters, because that would have put
Mm,
me at the ripe age of 4.
so good. Yeah.
And I screamed my little head off the entire time because the Huns are scary. Okay, the
Yeah,
Huns are still scary. But my
they
favorite, like,
are.
I know. My
Yeah.
favorite live action is the any of the first 3 of the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise.
Oh my God, yes. I
I
need to
listen,
watch that.
it's so good.
It's
I listen to the soundtracks almost every day when I'm at work.
so
Like
good.
it's so good. It's so timeless. It's
Yeah.
timeless.
Yeah. It's actually funny you say that. My grandma, I had a poster of like Jack Sparrow on my on my wall. And my grandma went in one day. She was like, "Is that you?" I
Love
was like,
grandma.
I was like, "No, it's not me, it's the man. What the freaking?" It was hilarious. So that's my grandma. But no, that's I need to watch Pirates of the Caribbean again. Like it's been a very long time. I think I'm overdue. watching that for sure. For sure. Is Princess Diaries Disney?
Yes, 100%. Okay,
That's another good one.
so I've been off for like 6 months, like
Yeah.
filming podcasts sporadically, and sporadically is very loosely being used there. I like watched all of these Disney movies in anticipation for me to go to Disney World last month.
Mm.
Princess Diaries 2 is fucking incredible and nobody talks about it enough, and I'm really mad about it because it's
Yeah.
so good.
Yep, yep.
It it
I
has a young Chris Pine. Like he's delicious.
Yes. Yeah, you know what?
Yes.
They don't make films like that anymore, you
They
know? They
don't
just
make
don't.
films like that. No.
No, they don't. They don't. You know, where's our we just need that stereotypical storyline, you know. But it's just so they just did so but I think nothing beats the first one though. That's my comfort film for sure. I love watching that too. Just like if there's nothing else to watch, that's what I What's your comfort film?
Um, I have several. Definitely
Mm.
Pirates of the Caribbean 2. I
Yeah.
know every single line in that movie. I can mimic it. Not only that, I'm a huge loser and I taught myself the choreography of most of the sword fighting because
Oh my
I
god!
love that movie. It's
Oh
so
god.
good.
Please tell
What's
me
it?
that's recorded somewhere. I need to see this.
It's definitely recorded somewhere that no one will ever see it.
Oh, but it's such a
um,
flex. Come on.
right? Oh, I'll just put that
Yes.
on my resume, being like,
Yeah.
knows how to market and act out the final scene between the three
Yes.
sword people trying to get the Davy Jones's heart.
Yes.
Um,
Absolutely.
I'm trying to think of like really other ones. I would say Scooby-Doo Cyber Chase is very much up there
Mm.
too. Huge Scooby-Doo girly. The
Yeah.
first four Harry Potters definitely
Mhm.
up there. Anything after four, I don't really give a shit about, to be honest with the Harry Potter community.
I get that. I get that.
It
Yeah.
just I like obviously from five to seven and seven part two, they're more of like this is like the actual storyline. Like I like them just trying to like run around and be like, oh, like in the second one, they're trying to beat the basilisk. Or in
Mm.
the third one, they invent there's time travel. And the fourth one,
Yeah.
like the time original tournament. Like I like the world building aspects to those.
Mm.
And then
Mm.
anything after that, it's like very Voldemort heavy. It's like
Mm.
we gotta defeat him. I would have
Yeah, I can't
liked,
remember the films after the fourth one now that you mention it. I'm like, how many
right?
films were there in the end?
There are 8 films total.
Oh,
Because
Jesus.
there's 7 books, 7 part one and part two.
Ah.
The thing is at that era, we have to think Twilight for starting this part one,
Mm.
part two,
Mm.
because then the Hunger Games did it,
Yeah.
and then Harry Potter did it. And
Mm.
I was just like, we don't need these new, it's kind of like The Hobbit. The
Mm.
small ass book. It's a very small, didn't need 3 parts. Like
Mm.
I wanted like maybe one movie or an
Yeah.
8 episode miniseries.
Mm. Mm.
All needed. But honestly,
Yeah.
at this point, I would rather have 8 episode miniseries than a movie because you can
Yeah.
actually expand upon said world instead of it being
Mm.
all wrapped up in like 2 hours.
Mm.
So besides Ratatouille, what is
Mm.
your comfort movie? And
Well,
Princess Diaries.
Princess Diaries, and there's like like the first thing that comes to mind, but it's a film that doesn't hasn't aged well. But this is something I really want to build on The Sims. Angus Thongs and Perfect Snoggings. Have you seen that?
I have not. I'm sorry. What is this movie called? I think I heard it correctly, but I want to make sure I got that right.
It's Angus Thongs
Like
and
exactly
Perfect
how that
Snoggings.
sounds. Okay.
Yes,
Angus.
Angus Thongs,
Oh, and perfect stockings. Okay, wow. Okay. It's 2008. What is this movie about? Because I've never heard of it before until right now.
it's like a coming of age kind of like film, and I'm like, because they're about the same age that I was when it came out, so I was just like, oh my god, it's like basically it's so okay. Basically, I've got ADHD, so it's like hard for me to tell storylines because I get distracted, and like my chat always like tells me off because I'm always getting distracted. So I do bear with me telling you the freaking storyline of Angus Fox and Perfect Song. But it's essentially a girl who these two new guys come to her school. Do you know Aaron Johnson? He's this actor. He was in what else was he in? I'm trying to remember.
The
Eh,
name sounds familiar.
yeah.
Okay.
Beautiful, beautiful man, if I do say so
Oh,
myself.
Aaron Taylor Johnson?
Yes.
Yeah, he was just in Bullet Train.
Yes.
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 Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
So young Aaron Johnson was in this. And talk about Harry Potter, the main character, she's now dating the guy who plays Ron. Like they're together.
Oh,
So that's a
okay.
yeah, full circle moment there. But yeah, it's like a little a little kind of coming of age chick flick thing. It has not aged well. The jokes, it's so funny. It's like, oh, you can't say that. A lot of those things. But it's just like basically like her wanting to get with him, but he's got a girlfriend who's got like she's just they call her Slaggy Lindsay. They call her it's like a UK thing. And then she eventually, like spoilers, eventually steals her man, but he ends up kissing her, and then whilst he's still with Lindsay, which is the naughty naughty, and he's also in a band called Stiff Dillons. And then he's I'm so bad at telling these stories and then they end up have a little kissy kiss in the pool, and then they go and then he just goes, all right, peace out, I'm gonna go fix some things up. And then she's just like, oh my god, he said he'd call me but he didn't call me, oh my god. And then she ends up trying to make him jealous by like going out on a date to his gig with like Dave the Laugh, which is like one of his mates, and then he goes to the gig and and then he's just like, what the hell? Like, what's going on here? You know, he gets all jealous, and then she ends up going south and starts like, you know, being a bit annoying. And then he's just like, all right, this is not the gal I liked. And then he's like, you've embarrassed me. But then she's like, I've got my birthday party. I think it's like her sweet 16 or something. I don't even she goes to a nightclub and her mum kind of organizes it for her. It's so corny. It's so corny. And like it's like her birthday party is the same night as Lindsay, all right? But then everyone ends up going to her party, not Lindsay. And like the Stiff Dillons were playing at her party, and it's like dance with me, everything. And it's a good time. It's a vibe. Like see, I know all the music as well, right? So and then she ends up with the guy, and then but now Aaron Johnson's married to like a guy who's like a lady that's like 3 times his age or something. So that's a bit sad. At the time I was like, oh, but that's my chance is gone. Aaron Johnson, if you're watching this, if you're listening, hi. No, I'm
Yeah.
kidding.
Swing
I
your
am a married
shot.
woman. I'm a married woman. I think it's a bit late for me. Yeah. But yeah, so that's it. It's just like it's one of those films where I can quote it as well, and it's just like it hasn't aged very well, like, but it's still one of those comfort films for me. So Princess Diaries, and I want to build her little house on The Sims. I might do like a YouTube video soon on that. So that's something that I want to do. So hopefully there's other people out there who like that film.
I love that. You described it perfectly. Now I
Did
want to
I?
watch. Yes, you did. And now I want to watch it.
Do
So
you?
like I do because okay, I like as we both discussed, like we're a little we're at the I don't know, like the end of a millennial, early Gen Z. So
Yes.
like I love anything 2000 say
Yes.
2002 to 2012. Like that is
Yeah.
where I keep my life at all
Yes.
times. Anything
Yes.
after 2012, it's not great for movies.
No.
Like I loved Easy A, okay?
Oh yeah, that's
Or like
another one.
Super Bad, or just like these
Yeah.
like raunchy teen movies that they could
Mhm.
not make anymore. Like we grew up on that. Where
Mhm.
like this generation grows up on Netflix original movies such as
Yeah.
Tall Girl, um,
Yeah. Yeah. No.
Rom, and like all of like that
Mhm.
stuff where like I
Yeah.
don't know, like I just like I love like the campiness. Like she's the man. is
Yes,
incredible.
yes.
Couldn't
Yep.
make that today. But, like,
No.
I know, or, like, She's All That, or there's,
Yep.
like, a bunch of, like, other stuff that I'm like even, like, the shows, like, as like, I'm a Disney girl show, like, I will
Mhm.
still watch Hannah Montana,
Mhm.
Sweet Life, Zack and Cody,
Mm.
Wizards of Waverly Place, Lizzie McGuire, That's So Raven, The Proud Family. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
I love that stuff, and, obviously,
Yeah.
they've come back for, like, the spin-offs and stuff, but, like, I don't know, like, this generation has, like, Descendants, but, like, we had High School Musical,
I know.
right?
I loved High School Musical.
Oh my god, like, I remember when High School Musical 2 came out, it was a
Yeah.
huge deal for us in
Yeah.
Canada because like, there was billboards everywhere, and,
Yeah.
like, me and, like, 7 of my closest girlfriends at the time, we stayed up until I think it premiered at, like, 9 p.m., and we were all cozy under our blankets eating salads, and then by the end of it, we had to rewatch it because we had to recreate Troy's dance on the fucking golf field, and now I find out this year that it was improvised. Give this man a Tony, an
Oh,
Oscar, and a
no!
Grammy. Make him an
Oh my
EGOT because
god.
that is incredible.
Yeah, I hope Zach is he gives really kind vibes. Like, I hope he's a
Yes.
good person IRL. I think he is.
I feel like he is. I feel
Yeah.
like he is. I definitely feel like there are some celebrities out there that we associate as nice,
Yeah.
but they're probably not in real life
Yeah.
because we want them to be nice. But I want Zac
Yeah.
Efron to be nice.
I think he'd be nice,
I feel like
I
he's like a guy
guess.
that would just be like, bring your mom flowers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or just, like, buy you a coffee or write you a love letter, and, like, I just, like
Yeah.
yeah, I know. He seems like a sweet kid.
Zachy boy. Yeah.
Right?
No, it was funny. I went to a Sims party the other couple, it was like the day before my birthday, so the 10th of August. And this
Wait,
is where
when
I got these little
hold
plum bobs
hold
from.
on, hold on. When's your birthday?
The 11th of August is my birthday.
I'm the 14th of August.
Well, we're bloody twins, aren't we? We should
But
have a joint birthday.
we're a little far away. I think if you, like, saw like, I'd be like, "Here's, like, my 10 friends, and we're all, like we go to bed at 8 p.m."
Yeah, let's just watch High School Musical and go to bed at 8. I'm down. Should give me a little slumber party. I'm down. Let's
Oh,
do
a
it.
little karaoke as well of, like,
Oh,
classic
love
Disney
me.
music. Yes.
Yeah, love me some karaoke. It's so funny when my early days of like streaming on Twitch, there was like a karaoke redemption, and like I'd always have to sing karaoke because like I barely built when I was on Twitch. I just did karaoke a lot of the time. And that's what got me like I was like, that's why I like about TikTok is that I'm able to have time to build. It's weird. It's because it's like a bit more fast paced. So I not like it's not as slow. So I just yeah, but what was I saying? Oh yeah, so
Anyways,
the
okay,
Sims
sorry to
party.
interrupt you. Yes, okay, I also had a question about that, like, so you went
Yes.
clubbing on your birthday and you were playing The Sims. Please explain
Yes.
this to me how that was possible.
So the people at EA that in Australia
Mhm.
decided to host a Love Struck party in our it's called Fortress, the club in a way. It's like a bit of like a there's like a venue down the bottom where there's a huge stage, and I think they sometimes do like esports there and stuff like that. And then
Okay.
or like a few events there, so you can hire that out. And then upstairs there's like actual like rooms where you can stream, and then like there's a arcade as well like next to it too. So it's like a gaming kind of like club, but there's also like a bar area too, like a place you can just hang out. So it's actually really cool. So so that's called Fortress, and they have that in Sydney, and they have it in one in Melbourne as well. So there's a big lot of it's like pops off. It's like in the like dead set like in the middle of the city. So it's always quite busy there. But yeah, EA hosted that. EA well the Aussie team hosted that and it popped off. Like it was like first on in Sydney, they did it in Sydney first, and there was a lot of people who turned up. And then they gave everyone these little plum bob headbands, and then I was like, oh my god, I want one of those. And that was so good because like when you go and you just see all these plum bobs just lighting up the space, it was just surreal. I was like, this is amazing. And then on the stage there was just like, well, you got the big screen at the back of like Sims actually like like someone had built fortress, so where we were, and they actually like there was like they were all clubbing, like you had Sims just dancing and stuff like that, like just at the club. Like I had like it I don't know if it was actually a live game being played, but it was really cool. And they had like the DJ and like the dance floor. It was very Sims coded. Like it was crazy. I was like I felt like I was in the game. And then they had the PCs up on the stage, and so I went up there and I was doing like a little building kind of competition with my friend, but at the same time I was like, it's so hard to focus because there was like music pumping. So I was just like, I don't know what I'm building right now. I'm just building a random castle. And then yeah, but it was really cool because like I told one of the organizers that it was like the day before my birthday because I got a VIP ticket. I was like, thank you, girl. Because I'm a big deal, you know. So, nah, they gave me a ticket, and I said, "Oh, it's the day before my birthday, so it's like a good little celebration." And they put like a happy birthday, JJ, like on the huge screen with like like the loading screen when you enter The Sims. So it just said
Mhm.
"Happy birthday, JJ," and then they bought me a cake and they gave me like some Sims merch and stuff, and I was like, "Oh my God, like I didn't expect that at all." Like so that was really, really beautiful. So I basically had a Sims birthday, like Sims themed birthday party yeah, for my birthday. So that was pretty wild, but they were playing High School Musical when went in. I was like, "Oh my God, what what?" I was like, "This is amazing. Stick to the stuff you
Right.
know." I was loving it. And then they started playing like Simlish music, and I was like, this is cool. So like the Simlish covers and stuff of like I think Katy Perry was on, and they were like the Simlish versions of that, and I was like, this is great. Um, yeah, it was good. And then that yeah, it was amazing. I hope that they take that global. I've said like because I did a video of it. I did two videos. I did one of me just vlogging it, and then I did another video of just me being like POV, like you play The Sims whilst clubbing or something like that, and that hit over 1 million views. And then I sent it to like the organizers. I was like, by the way, this is like a nice business case for EA, like to kind of host it everywhere. And they're like, oh my God, thanks for sending this to us. I'm like, you're welcome. I'm like, pay me next time. Sponsor me. And because I'll do the video anyway, though. So, but yeah, so that was really, really, I hope everybody can experience that because that was so much fun. It was amazing. Loved
That
it.
I saw your TikTok. I was like, that is amazing. I would love for that shit to come to Canada. We don't like
Yes.
nothing ever comes here. Like the Eras tour for Taylor Swift was not originally announced here, and like our prime minister like wrote a letter to her being like, please come here. We want this. Like, yes.
Why did she? That's
Yes, when she
crazy.
announced the world tour originally, Canada was not added. It was part of phase 2. She's coming for 6 days. We only got 6 shows in the entire country.
What?
Yeah, and they sold out with under 5 milliseconds. Everyone else got placed on a
Oh my
lottery.
God.
We were not selected on the lottery.
Oh my God. Well,
Yeah.
usually Australia's forgotten always. Like I feel like we never have anything here. But she came here, but like, but far out. But yeah, like the Sims especially, like, because I know that we had like an EA Australia called like EA Insider, I think. And
Okay.
and I think that they shut that down. So, but
Uh,
the team here still exists, but they don't have a separate like account. Like how like there's like Disney AU, Disney New Zealand, well,
yeah.
Disney. Like there was like that for EA, but then EA was like, no, sorry. So I
Budget
was like,
cuts. It's only gonna
yeah,
be
sorry.
US and UK.
Yeah,
Everybody
pretty
else
much.
suffers. Yes.
Pretty much. But like you said it before, like a lot of there's a huge audience in Australia, like, that listen to your pod as well. So it's like we're all here. Hello. There's a lot of really good Aussie creators as well. So I'm just like, don't forget about it. So it was really cool that they managed to host this here. And I was like, yeah, if they could do this every year, I'd go for sure. It was really great. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, and there was like the Grim, someone dressed as the Grim, people were cosplaying as like like the burglar as well. And then it was funny, anyone who was staff had like a blue plumb bob for like sadness, I guess. And like there was a choice of the green and the yeah, and the orange plumb bob, and I think I want to say red, but I don't really remember. But yeah, but then the staff wore I think the staff all dressed as the burglars. Why
Okay.
can't I say that? The burglars? Yeah,
You
the
got it.
staff dressed as that. Yep. And then they all had the blue plum bobs. It was so good. It just looked amazing, seriously, and so eye catching. And everyone like it took it like internet went wild. Like everyone was like, "Whoa, where was my invite? I don't want to get on that." And I'm like, "Yeah, well," and I tagged EA. I was like, "EA, please
Listen, people want to
listen."
party.
Exactly. Give
Right?
it to them. Yeah. But it was good vibes. Good vibes.
I appreciate that. Okay, if you had to cosplay as anybody in The Sims, who would you cosplay as?
Hmm. Who would I cosplay as? Probably Agnes. Wait, what's her name? See, I'm not because obviously because I build, obviously I'm not good with all of the townies' names, but Agnes the Crumple Bottom.
Yeah.
Crumple Bottom? Agnes. Like obviously like my husband said I like because I did a little guess the townie kind of video one time with my husband and I showed him Bella Gotham, he said, "That's you." And I was like, "No." So I'm like, I guess I could cosplay as Bella Goth. Like I could get away with it because I've got the dark features.
Yes.
So I could get away and do it as accurately as possible. But yeah, how about you?
I would like to go as Johnny Zest. Like I would.
Yes, that's great.
Yep.
Don't you definitely do. You
Yep.
should. I know. I'm like trying to figure out like who's a funny one. Eliza Pancakes.
Eliza Pancakes. Yeah. Another.
Yeah.
Or Bob. Like
Bob.
Bob.
Yeah.
Bob
Yeah.
Pancake. Yes.
Yeah. You could do that.
Yep. No.
Yeah.
I want to be Johnny Zest. I would go full. I would give it. I give it all I got.
Yeah. Yeah. That's so good.
No, I love that. Okay, so I want to switch gears and I want to talk about TikTok because
Yes.
I specifically avoid TikTok like it's a
Yeah.
plague.
Mhm.
I have ADHD. That is just ADHD fuel of not getting anything done. I have caught myself like before like all of
Good on
like
ya.
yeah, like I just like even like Instagram Reels, like
Yeah.
I max myself out at watching 5 a day.
Good
5 a day.
on ya.
That's it.
Yeah.
Because I could spend 16 hours because it's just the same like next video, next video, next video. And there have been
Mm.
times where I'm like, holy shit, it's been an hour.
Yeah.
How did
Yeah.
I
Oh my God, so bad.
I was just watching a movie or a TV show and I got to
Yeah.
get better at, like
Yeah.
phone down while watching
No doubt.
TV shows. Doesn't
It's
matter.
oh my God, so true. Yeah, that's so
Yes.
true. You
But
can
so
definitely get in the quick hole for sure.
you can, but TikTok, obviously a lot of people are on it. Talk to me about the successes of TikTok that you have experienced.
Yeah, TikTok's where it's all started for me, and it's just insane how quick it kind of grew from there. Like, you know, it's just that the reach is nuts. Like there's like it started when built I started when I decided to properly go live on TikTok and start streaming again after having my son. I was like I started to build the Home Alone house, and then I got like a couple of like way more people than I got from like Twitch. Like so Twitch I would average like 40 viewers, even though like my following on TikTok was like 60,000. Like, so I was like, how can I get these people across? So that was like the initial, like I managed to get to that amount. I'm
Hmm.
like, surely I can get like partnered on Twitch, right? But it was so hard to convert people from TikTok to Twitch. It was just so difficult. And then some people easily can because um they frame themselves as the personality in the person, but I was doing more like Sims tips rather than showing me, if that makes sense,
Hmm.
right? And then with a bit of my personality too. And that brought a few viewers over though. Like, and I couldn't complain. 40 viewers on like Twitch is good for Twitch, right? And then but then I just kind of like I just kept on getting like it was just hard work, and I was at it for like 3 years, and I was like, all right, I want to like change gears here. TikTok Live was around for a while. I was building Encanto when Encanto came out on TikTok Live, and I had like 700 viewers. I was just pointing my phone at my screen because I was like, they didn't have OBS integration or like TikTok Live Studio, which is like, yeah, how I'm able to like record the game in my face. So like all I did was just I had a little mini tripod and I just propped my phone up and just faced the screen and just went live. And then it was like 700 people, and I had music playing just on the speaker in the background. And I was playing like Encanto music because it freaking bangers. Am I right? Anyway,
Absolutely.
oh, so good. And people like, play, we don't talk about Bruno. Like people were just but I was like, yeah, okay. So I was like being a bit of a DJ at the same time. But that was really fun for me. And I was like, far out, like this reach there is insane. And then but the chat was going wild. I was like, okay. But then it wasn't till literally, yeah, until December last year, I decided to go back onto TikTok Live and stream consistently, like 3 days a week. What's good about TikTok is that you can stream for like an hour and a half or an hour, and you can make the same amount of well, more money than you would if you were streaming on Twitch, and you would have way more exposure because because TikTok Live is being pushed at the moment for TikTok. So if you go live on TikTok and you're doing gaming, TikTok's gonna like seeing that, and they're gonna really they're trying to push gaming, especially gaming at the moment, because they're really trying to become one of the newer, like, because there's YouTube gaming and like Twitch and
Mhm.
things like that. So they're trying to kind of spearhead that a little bit. So that's why they're encouraging that. And what's happened is I then started building Home Alone, and I was like seeing like I was getting like over 100 viewers. I was like, okay, this is cool. And then I decided, all right, I'm gonna promote my streams by making a video before I go live. And this is like the secret sauce. So if you're listening, listen here. You say when you're about to stream, you do a video and you kind of want to add tension. So you want to be like, you guys have challenged me to build this. I don't know how I'm going to do it. Most of the time, I'm genuine. I actually don't know. It's a lot of the time I surprise myself. So I'm just like, I don't know how I'm going to do it. And this is like, first of all, I was doing like I first did a video like this I was building the Elsa's Ice Palace.
Mhm.
And I did a video saying, I'm about to go live building Elsa's Ice Palace. Like, I don't even know if this is possible, but like, come and watch me live. I should be live now. Because what happens is when you go live, TikTok boosts that video. And then they also use like SEO and like what you're saying, I'm live now. They use the hashtags, I'm live now. And that boosts that video like crazy, right? Like it, and then when that was happening and being boosted, that brought viewers over from the FYP into my stream. And then I had like in the one stream, it was literally an hour and a half I was on there. It tells you the amount of people who clicked your stream. It said like something ridiculous, like 200,000 people who clicked my stream. And like seriously, and then even the Beetlejuice the other day, I had like 80,000 people click my stream. I'm like, that's insane.
That's
That amount of
insane.
people. Yeah. And that's what I mean. Like I was like, so when I first started streaming on TikTok in December, I was at like 130,000 followers. And then being consistent since December, 3 days a week. I did have like a holiday in the middle for like 2 3 weeks. I had a 3 week break, but now I'm at like 280,000 followers. So it's like crazy the the freaking reach. I'm telling you, like, yeah, every stream I'll have 50,000 people come past. It's nuts the numbers. So that's why I'm like, I'd be crazy to try to get back onto Twitch or try something else. You know what I mean? Like, I know you can simul stream and you can stream like on other platforms, but I've like my ADHD can't, like, I can't focus on two chats. I just want to focus on the one, and I want to like pay attention to the chat as much as I can as well, because like growing the community is really important to me.
Mhm.
And like having, because that's what makes it fun for me as well. Like I'm not just there for the numbers and the money or anything like that. I'm there because I like the connections that I make with the people. And the people in, especially like, yeah, the people who've just found me through my streams and they've stuck around, they're the most amazing people. Like they're so lovely and so kind. I've accidentally made all my mods like Swifties, like they're all Swifties. And it's funny because I'm like, because I'm not really a Swiftie myself. I don't But I'm not a hater or anything like this. Like everyone has their different tastes and things like that. It's fine, but it's hilarious. But like even Swifties are all lovely too. So I'm just like everyone's so nice. But yeah, it's just crazy how much it's like opened this community of people and they keep coming back. And it's weird because you'll think, oh, TikTok's just on your phone, so it's hard to watch. But now they've made it so I can make it landscape as well. So they're improving it too. So you can watch it on your PC if you wanted to or your laptop. So I've done it in my settings so that yeah, you can click a little square on the side of my stream where you can watch it like full screen. So and ever since I did that, yeah, a lot of people just come back and just enjoyed and watched, which is really nice. And the thing with there's a thing called the gamer rankings, and I always like push to be on that because that's like encourages tips and goals and stuff.
Mhm.
Twitch days, I always felt bad asking for goals and things like that and tips, but this is my job now, so it's kind of like it helps me pay the groceries every week. It's actually, but it's and TikTok does take 50% though, like Twitch. So that's what like it's frustrating, but it's great and the opportunity is great. The people are great, and then like people are so freaking generous as well. And it's like everyone's just like keen to hit the goals, and like it's just like a cool, fun vibe. And then you finish streaming only for like an hour and a half because I'm a mum. I'm tired. I can't go on for too long, right? So it's just perfect for people who are time poor, but they do want to stream still, but don't want to do those 24-hour streams or be on for 5 hours or 4 hours. Like I would never, even before having my son, I would never do those 24-hour streams. Like I don't know how people do it. But yeah, TikTok's really good for those like quick wins and the fast pace, and that's like what I like. That's kind of the content that I like, even though I am trying to dabble into YouTube because I know like YouTube's where it's at. So I really need to like get in amongst it. I have made a few videos. I've got one coming out soon, which will be out probably by the time you guys listen to this. I've toured my office build. I built the office from the show, and
Amazing.
I did a little tour on that because I did a little video on that on Instagram, and that hit like 8 million views. And I was like, Jesus Christ. So I was like, okay, I'll make a YouTube video on it. So I'm doing a little tour of that. So that'll be on YouTube. So you can go check it out, guys. JeyJeyBink on YouTube. I did a little tour and a few bits of little tutorials on there too. But yeah, so like YouTube is harder because there's like you got to spend longer and be a bit smarter with the content. And I don't know, I'm still trying to figure out YouTube, but I have a lot of friends who are YouTubers and sim YouTubers, and they've given me a lot of tips and tricks. So I'm just like, but I'm also time poor, so it's like you can't see me building the whole Beetlejuice house on YouTube as well as building it on stream. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
Anyways,
gotcha.
that's a very long way of answering your question.
Well, thank you for sharing everything. I definitely took down some
Yeah,
notes. I just
good.
like I want to also clarify, like I do appreciate TikTok creators. I appreciate the community. I appreciate all that. I just specifically choose not to be glued to TikTok and just having falling down the rabbit hole, but I do appreciate all the creators out there. So,
Yeah,
um,
no.
but no, thank you so much for sharing. I gotta ask, everybody who I've self included has had that moment where they're like, holy shit, I made it. What
Mm.
was that moment to you?
I don't know if I've made it though. I mean, God, that sounds. I don't know. Actually, no. I think when I decided to actually like take it seriously and do this as like a career, like it was just crazy how I just feel like if you're doing the thing that you really want to do in life, the universe just kind of not doesn't give it to you, but it help. I just feel like a lot of positive things kind of everything just falls into place, and you're like, oh, okay, this is what I'm meant to be doing. Because like I think what was it that made me feel like this is the right path for me. Um, like I think as soon as like I decided, yeah, I'm gonna gotta do it. I think I had like a few sponsored opportunities that popped up in my emails, and I was like, oh wow, okay, so I can actually make some meaningful money out of this and survive off this. I know it's not consistent, but like it's something, and I'm willing to grow it. And and it wasn't until I started doing like, I guess, like, my little transition videos of, like, you can't build, like, what it was, like, yeah, The Office on The Sims 4, and I just did those little videos, and they were older builds. There was builds I had done for a few years ago, and I just kind of reused that footage and just changed the formatting, and, like, they just hit the millions of views. One time my Instagram was at, like, 9 million, like, it had reached 9 million people at one point, and I was like, "What?" And I think at that moment, I was like, "Okay, I think that's I think I've made it." But I don't know, but I still think there's still like I said, YouTube is where it's at. I feel like once if I can get YouTube going and if I
Mhm.
can monetize that, which is my goal, I think that's when I'll really feel like I've made it, because I feel like that's a little bit more because TikTok's fast paced, so it's like you're not as memorable on TikTok because people just like scroll. They don't really remember who they're looking at.
Mhm.
But I feel like YouTube, you really like remember the YouTubers. Like obviously we know Lil Simsy, we know like those faces. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Karen and Connie, we know their faces. Whereas like a TikToker, it's easier to forget. So that's why I'm like, once I get you, if I can get good on YouTube, then I feel it. I think that's when I'll feel like I've made it.
Well,
I don't know.
I think that's a good answer, and I think you will absolutely make it onto YouTube. Your content is phenomenal, and I think the opportunity is right there. It's like
Thank you.
you like a year from now, you'll be thinking back at this moment, being like, "I did it.
You did it.
You did it.
Oh my God. That gave me goosebumps. Thank
You're
you.
very
I
welcome."
appreciate it. That really makes me feel good. Yeah, I hope so. I hope so. That's definitely something I really want. So I've got to get knuckle down and do it.
Very, very good.
Mm.
What advice would you give to anybody who, really wanted to start their TikTok journey and making Sims content?
Um, I think like always make something that you're interested in. Don't make things because you think the algorithm's gonna like it or you think other people's gonna like it. I feel like we always have what other people like. We always think of trends and things like that, but it's like no, just make stuff that you like, and then the other like-minded people will come and like support you and things like that. I think just get started doing, like I said, like when I started streaming, I just pointed my phone to my screen, like like it's just this. Try to go live on TikTok if you can, like because that's gonna really grow, like help you grow like very quickly. Because there are people. I think the thing about TikTok is it's quality, not quantity. So you can have like 5,000 followers on TikTok or something, and that's like you could be at the top of the gamer rankings because it's quality. Like you'll have people or a community there, like a smaller community that will support you. So it just that's just something that's huge. It's not about how big your following is. It's the quality, not quantity. That's the biggest thing for me. But just get started. Just do it. Just stop listening to that little voice in your head. Just make that crappy video. Get started and then get better as you go. And then just that's was it what's that saying? Get started, then get good. I
Yes.
think it is.
Yes, that's
Yeah, get
exactly it.
started, then get, and I think that's what I'm trying to do with my YouTube. I'm just got a few out there. It's still not perfect, but I'm just gotta get started to get good. That's
Mhm.
it.
I
But
think
yeah,
I think that is amazing advice. Not only is that good advice for TikTok, but that's good advice for anything that you want to try in your
yeah,
life.
yeah, yeah.
Just put yourself out there. Just try.
Exactly,
What
exactly.
you're just gonna keep growing. And then in your content journey, if you want to become a content creator,
Mm.
everybody starts off not knowing what the fuck they're doing.
No,
Nobody knows what the fuck they're
exactly.
doing.
Yeah,
And then
exactly
like
right.
years come in, you pick up tips and tricks and you get like into the groove and you know what you need to do. So
Yeah. And then next
such
minute it's been like 3 to 4 years and you're like, "Oh crap, like I've been doing this for like 4 years." Like, like time goes by quickly. So it's like, yeah, you're right. Like it's time is so good because it's actually you need that. You need to be patient because you'll learn things, and it's good to change things up a bit too, like as you go, especially with TikTok. If you've posted something and it kind of like flops or something, you can try it again. Just keep trying and change something a little bit by bit. Like start if you like that video, do it again, change something a little bit, and then keep and seeing if that helps. And then soon you'll hit the mark, and then it'll go. It just anyone can do it. Seriously, anyone. If I can do it, anyone can do it. Honestly.
Well,
Eh,
that's absolutely amazing. I only have one more final question for you, and then
yes.
we will wrap up this interview.
Yep.
Um, at the top of this, you said your favorite movie was Ratatouille. As we
Hmm.
know, Disney likes to make live action films. Who would you cast in a live action version of Ratatouille?
I would play Oh, God. I'm trying to think now. Who would play in it? Because then I guess the rat would be
CGI.
like a
But
CGI.
it would have a
Yeah.
character, but it would have a voice. So who would play him?
God, you got me there. I'm bloody stunted. I'm I'm so bad with
There's
like.
only one answer that can play the chef. And it's obviously I think it's Jeremy Allen who plays the chef and the bear.
Oh, I see. Yes.
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 Who? So who? Who would play the? I would say who would play Linguini? Hmm. Why do I think of like Ross Geller from Friends?
Yeah.
I just think of him. I don't know why. I don't know why. I just think of him. I guess like the voice and the dopiness
Yeah.
kind of reminds me of him a little bit. Whatever his real name is in real life, but he's probably a bit too old now for that character, so that wouldn't quite work so
No, it
well.
wouldn't, but I like the thinking. But this is a dream cast here. This is whoever you want.
Oh, damn. Maybe God, you got me there. I'm so bad with celebrity names as well. I'm just trying to think. Probably who would play these people? God. No idea. I have no idea. You got me.
That's
I'm like
that's okay.
so stuck on that one.
That's
I'll have
okay.
come back to me on that one. I might call a friend. I don't know.
We just put a pause in this podcast, being like, hold on, I gotta call somebody. It's also super late there. Like, no one's. Could you imagine if you called
I
somebody right
know.
now and you're like,
I know.
hey, like, I'm on a podcast, and like, who would be a good, like, an actor in a live action Ratatouille? And they'd be like, never
Yeah.
call here again, and hang up.
Why are you calling
Why
me?
are you calling?
God, I'm just trying to, nah, have no idea. Have no idea. I don't know, like who, I'm trying to think who would be the chef, the girl, what's her name?
Yeah.
I forgot.
I can't think of her name, but I would want Emma Stone to play her.
Oh, yes,
Yes.
definitely, definitely.
And I would
Yeah,
want
yeah.
the evil food critic to be played by Steve Carell.
Oh, yes. Oh, see, there we go. You got it.
Oh,
I
like
think the
this is
guy,
my life. I think of all the time of like who I would cast in these movies if I was a
yeah.
casting director.
Well, now that you said Emma Stone, it's just reminded me of this old Spider-Man film. What's his name?
Andrew
When
Garfield.
yeah, he would be Linguini.
Okay. I take that. I think that's a good answer.
Yeah, yeah. But who would be Remy? The
I don't know.
rat.
I don't know. It could be anybody. Like
Maybe it would
literally anybody.
be, yeah. Why am I thinking, what's his face? Oh my God, my brain's like not working. The guy who plays the what? What?
Okay, say who you're thinking and I can name them probably.
Okay, the character in Hercules that nah, actually that he wouldn't be that. That's too old sounding. I was gonna say the little goat, half goat character with the what's his name? The guy who plays the voice actor of the half goat in
I
Hercules.
okay. Now you're testing me to the limits. I'm not sure.
I bet you people watching here is like, it's their person, you
They're like, you
idiot.
guys are Disney adults, you lie.
You idiot.
Yes.
Literally.
Okay.
My brain is
Uh,
just like pooping at the moment, but that's so not Remy though. I don't know why I'm
Danny
even
DeVito?
suggesting. Yes.
Okay, that's who I thought it was, but I wanted confirmation. I was like, I'm pretty sure it's Danny DeVito.
Yeah, I was like, Danny DeVito would be funny, but like that's not Remy at all. At
No.
all. I don't know. No, maybe Danny DeVito is Remy's dad.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, you know who I'd remember to be a no-name actor we haven't heard of yet, so they can get their start.
There we
There we
go. So
go.
you're welcome. You're welcome. And I want Jonathan Bailey in there in somewhere, and from because I like to look at him. That's all, you know.
Yes.
Jonathan Bailey from Bridgerton. He needs to get in there. He's in Jurassic Park, he's in Wicked. Like, come
Yes.
on, man. We need you everywhere. I know you're a gay man, but I don't care. You're good to look at.
Well, Jay, it's been an absolute pleasure getting to know you this morning. I have to, my final question. I'm hoping I don't get burned by this. Are
Yeah.
you a Star Wars fan?
I'm actually a fake fan of Star
Oh my
Wars.
God, the same thing happened in the first episode. I had a Star Wars question saved.
No, it's funny because I have got Jar Jar Binks is Star Wars, but I'm actually a fake fan. Like my husband's a huge fan of Star Wars. But like I mean it's good, they're good films, but I just don't they don't really know. I don't really go back to them. Are you? Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, oh,
Yeah,
cool,
I
you're
see
a
the
Star
disappointment.
Wars fan.
No, I see the disappointment in you. Yeah, look, I know I'm like Jar Jar Binks and I'm like not even a bloody Star Wars person. Nah. I have his lightsabers somewhere. We've got a Millennium Falcon in the background too. But yeah, it's somewhere.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna wrap up because the same thing happened in the first episode. I'm like, oh,
Really?
so like, yeah. Yes. I've learned my lesson. Okay. I was
Yeah.
not gonna ask that. And now,
Yeah.
yeah, there we go.
I'm
Well,
sorry.
that's okay.
It's fine.
Fine. It's fine.
It's fine. Okay, well, bye. No,
Okay, bye. No plugging allowed.
all right, done. Done. Yeah.
Oh my God. Well, Jay, thank you so much for coming on here today. Where can we find your amazing work?
Well, JeyJeyBink is everywhere. So we've got Instagram, TikTok's my main platform, and YouTube. So those are my three main things. I obviously have Twitter too, but I don't use it. So just probably Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube are my main ones. I know that everyone's telling me to get on Facebook and Reddit, and I do have a Facebook page, but it's like got like 3 followers on there. So if you want to be my 4th follower, go on search JeyJeyBink on Facebook. There's too many bloody platforms. I can't keep up.
Oh, there definitely is. Remember when Threads was a thing? And the
Uh,
other one, all the other ones that kind of come out in the last couple of years, you're like,
yes,
huh,
I'm
interesting.
done.
Done.
I can't do it anymore. Like
No.
it's just I'm like I've got three. Even the third is pushing it. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But yeah, but that's I think my 3 main is Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. But I think if everybody can subscribe to my YouTube, that'd be great, and watch all my videos so I can get my watch time up. That'd be great.
Well,
Thanks.
oh, amazing. Well, I will have the links below. Please go follow JeyJeyBink. Thank you so much for coming here today and indulging into this interview. And I got to learn a little bit more about you. And now I have to go watch that movie that we talked about.
Angus songs and perfect snoggings. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a tongue twister.
It
Angus
is
songs and
definitely a
perfect
tongue.
snoggings. Yeah.
It's definitely a tongue twister, but I'm very much looking forward to watching this. I don't really have
Yeah.
anything else to plug besides it's spooky season, everybody. Happy spooky season.
Happy.
And Forever and Always coming out in November. So please stay tuned to that. Very excited for this project. So everybody, it's been an absolute pleasure. I hope everybody has a great rest of your day, and I will see you all very, very soon. Bye.